Today on CityCast Denver is brought to you by the Colfax Avenue Business Improvement District. And we want to make our sponsors happy, so we're attempting to go viral. To do so, we enlisted the help of one of our favorite Denver Instagrammers, Colfax Things, to help us create the ultimate Colfax meme. Today is Monday, July 17th. I'm Bree Davies, and here's what Denver's talking about. We're talking about Colfax today because our sponsor, the Colfax Avenue Business Improvement District / our past guest / friend, Frank Locantore, is the executive director. And we're hosting this huge event with them this Thursday. And what I think would make Frank happy is if we made a meme about Colfax and it went viral. Paul was like, it would go gangbusters. I was like, how are you 100 years old? I'm just kidding. Well, I'm making fun of Paul and he's not here right now.
He can't even defend himself.
But I'm here with my producer, Olivia Jewel Love. Hi, Olivia.
Hey, how are you, Bree?
And you're here because you need to help me.
I am your emotional support Gen Z, here to help you through the process of memes and the internet.
As a millennial Gen Xer cusp, that's really helpful to me.
I'm just here to help. And
I appreciate it. I appreciate your support. But we have a special guest who's an expert, a meme master, someone who you may know as Colfax Things on Instagram. Ashley, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
So, again, we brought you in. You're the expert of memes.
Oh, God, you've already aged yourself.
Sorry, Colfax memes. But to me, you're an expert of memes because I have never made a meme in my life. And I wonder... I guess that's kind of my first question. Ashley, what is the beginning of a meme for you? Like, where does it start?
You know, I don't know if some people have noticed, but there are times when I don't post for a week, maybe 2 weeks. But at times, I just create something when the idea comes to me. And then I kind of gear it towards Colorado or Colfax or, it kind of depends. Sometimes I'll make a meme all about Colorado. Sometimes I'll make one about Central Denver. So, yeah.
Why Colfax? What about it? I mean, you grew up here, right?
Yep.
We both grew up here.
Yep.
We have a lot of feelings about Colfax. But It's a lot to take it on as an entity, as a place, as a thing, as this like kind of living, breathing being, but also this it's a place of humor for a lot of us. But why did you choose to take on Colfax?
I've lived in all of the different neighborhoods of Denver, and my favorite neighborhood was Cap Hill, Congress Park area. And during lockdown, during the pandemic, I was just kind of looking for creative outlets because there was really nothing to do. And I saw this meme page from Seattle that made fun of Seattleites. And so I kind of was looking at it and laughing at it because I've spent a lot of time in Seattle. And I said, you know what? Why don't we have anything like this? Because at the time, I noticed I-70 Things, the other...
Yeah, it's a meme page about things we see on I-70.
Right. And I saw that, gaining popularity, and I thought it was funny. And I said, we need something for Denver. And so I created a meme about the 15, which is the RTD bus that goes down Colfax. If you've been on it, you know what I'm talking about. But I said, if you've rode the 15... don't worry about what's in the vaccine. And, I started the page to kind of just like joke around. It was more my own kind of like Tumblr in a sense.
Yeah.
Gen Z, you know what that might be, maybe? Or is that more of a millennial thing?
I had a Tumblr, yes.
Okay. Yeah. So I wanted something for Denver that people could laugh at and make fun of themselves with.
That's the key, though, I think.
Yeah.
Is we're able to make fun of ourselves.
Yes. So I was just posting for myself. And then one day I made this meme about Anthony Bourdain, and it was a photo of him somewhere in Southeast Asia eating from a bowl with chopsticks. And I wrote above it something like what people in Denver look like when they discover Federal Boulevard for the first time. And that meme just took off. It was posted on Reddit. It was all over the place. And that's kind of where the page kind of grew legs.
Took out a life of its own a little bit.
Yeah. So that meme is obviously about federal. But, initially the page started to be Colfax centric. And then I thought, why not make it Denver?
Well, Olivia, when we're thinking about this in the meme context, is there anything that you feel like we need to embody when we say a thing about Colfax or a feeling about Colfax? Or you're also newer to the city. Did anyone warn you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Everybody warned me. They were like, don't hang out on Colfax. It was like the most dad thing ever. Like all the older watchful boomers were like, oh, don't hang out in that part of town.
Interesting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So probably because that's where all the fun's happening.
I think if you talk to people who are from quote unquote old Denver, which I would like to classify myself in that category, but our experience on Colfax is very different from, say, like someone like you, Olivia, because we remember different times of Colfax when it was a little grittier, not as pretty as it is today. And you're probably thinking, pretty. Let me tell you what.
Let me tell you what I saw yesterday.
Yeah. I mean, Colfax used to be just like it was such a diverse area. And that's not to say it isn't today, but the businesses have shifted in a way that my memories of Colfax are not rainbow flags and very open.
Yeah. I mean, I would say that's like the cool part, right? Yeah. It's like it's evolved in a way that the people that were on the fringes but really were the root of Colfax are now the types of people that maybe get to be celebrated.
Right. And that's part of why I started the page too. Colfax, my tagline in my email is keep Colfax weird, because it's such a gem of the city when the rest of our city has changed so much. In a way, Colfax has changed, but it hasn't. And so it's like this part of the city that is so funky and weird. And it's like, we have to keep it. We can't change it.
This episode is brought to you by the Colfax Avenue Business Improvement District. Independence Day is almost here. Nope, not the 4th of July. I'm talking about Colfax Ave's Independence Day, happening this weekend, July 21st through the 23rd. This event is free and is all about celebrating the local and independent businesses who make Colfax, well, Colfax. 30-plus businesses, including bars, restaurants, shops, and everything in between, are offering specials all weekend long. Just mention Independence Day to unlock them. It's the perfect way to choose your own adventure and maybe even discover a new favorite on Colfax. Businesses will be hosting events and pop-ups from local artists and performers. There's something for everyone. Take the kids to drag queen story time at French for Sugar, shop Big Ass Maps' uniquely Denver prints at Doppio, or check out Flora House's garden party, just to name a few. The festivities kick off on Thursday, July 20th from 6 to 9 p.m. at the Colfax Indie Bash at Brews Off Fax. Celebrate Colfax with local food, drinks, music, and art. And guess what? We'll be there doing a live episode taping, so come hang out with us, CityCast Denver. It's free. For more info or to grab your tickets to the bash, visit colfaxav.com. Okay, what if we make a first time on Colfax starter pack?
Well, I have ideas. For the first time on Colfax, everyone's always talking about illegal Pete's margaritas. Strongest ones around.
They get you messed up.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had one, so you have to tell me this experience.
I mean, so apparently it's 3 shots in one.
Oh,
perfect.
And it's fresh squeezed everything. So, and if anyone from Illegal Pete's is listening to this, if I'm wrong, please correct me. But this is what I've been told by some of your bartenders. So, goes down easy. Great start to your night out on Colfax.
Good and strong. Get you nice and messed up before you wander out on Colfax.
Love me a good, strong margarita.
Before you wander out on Colfax and immediately just become a part of the scene of
and
Colfax.
Right. It's the perfect gateway.
It is the gateway.
Most people know Argonaut.
Argonaut Liquors.
Yep.
Yeah.
Infamously huge.
Giant.
Yep.
It is like
Costco.
It is like a Costco-sized liquor store for being in the middle of the city.
And it's independently owned,
every
so
beer,
even better.
Every flavor of beer, just random combinations. Like my partner always wants to go and get like blueberry pancake firework beer. Like, I don't know. That's
Craft beer people, man.
Yeah, it's insane. Or like you get like a, I don't know, like banana souffle sour, and then your stomach hurts so bad.
But it's part of the experience. Your first time on Colfax, you're like, I'm going into the world's largest independent,
Right.
awesome liquor store.
Imagine
Love
moving
it.
to Cap Hill from out of state. I'm just going to say it. And you're like, I would like to make a drink or get a case of beer for this move or my first night here. And
You walk in there.
Yeah, you say, I'm going to go get some Bud Light. Famous last words.
Okay, so we got our trip to Argonaut on there.
Yep. And then I would say your first experience of the Denver gayborhood. So
Okay.
X-Bar, Charlie's, Blush and Blue, Tight End. Shout out to you guys.
So is Colfax gay? Is that the question?
Depends on who you
Is
ask.
Colfax gay?
We did do a show about this.
Yes, I remember.
We did do a show about this. I think the answer was, yeah.
I think it's always been gay.
I think it's pretty gay.
Yeah, I mean, as somebody who is in the gay community, I definitely view Colfax as the place to go. But I also remember a time when the gayborhood was in Uptown
Mhm.
on 17th. Hamburger Mary's, JR's, Bump and Grind. So it's kind of like the Colfax is the gayborhood now for the new Denver.
Yeah.
But in a sense, yeah, it's always been pretty queer.
Crazy Horse.
Yeah. Oh, new on the scene. Yep.
Crazy Horse Bar. So there's all these different spots if you want to check out.
Yeah.
I know at Charlie's,
Mhm.
if you go in there, you may not go on the dance floor if you do not know how to dance. They will like remove you
What?
from like line if they're doing line dancing or
Line
a
dancing.
specific type of dance, they will remove you if you are not doing
Right.
Like
it.
with like a hook.
It's the vaudevillian hook.
Pull you off the
No,
stage.
but like it's a serious, you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I mean,
People
so
go there to dance.
I believe it's Thursday evenings. They do line dancing lessons
Oh,
because
so you
fun.
can learn.
yes, so because Charlie's is historically a country bar,
Yes.
and they actually sponsored the gay rodeo that I just went to this weekend,
Oh,
and
that's awesome.
so they do line dancing. But if you're not there to line dance and you're kind of taking up space, they ask you politely to leave or get out of the damn way.
I respect that. I respect that.
mhm.
Okay, that's a little insider tip for your Colfax first time.
Yep.
Okay, what else we got?
Your first show at the Fillmore Ogden, always a memorable experience.
I gotta say, if you're gonna hit the Ogden, the 7-Eleven directly across the street is
Such a gem.
definitely where you are gonna see the natural life that
Of
happens on
Colfax.
Colfax
Correct.
at that 7-Eleven.
Yes, quite beautiful entertainment on that corner.
People watching.
People watching. Also, you can go in there and get some water after a show.
Slim
Yes.
Jim.
Slim Jim, ding dongs, whatever.
Yep.
A
Rolling hot
Slurpee.
dog.
You know,
Cigarettes.
quick little tangent. My first moving ticket as a 16-year-old driver in the city of Denver was making a left on Downing right there.
Oh no.
I was going to Taking Back Sunday.
Hot. Love.
Driving in around Capitol Hill for your first time, if you're a kid or you're from the burbs or you're from a smaller town, is terrifying.
Yeah, maybe that should be my first time on Colfax.
Learning how to park.
Yeah.
Okay, something else I think a Colfax first timer has to experience is like the late night diner. And obviously that's Pete's Kitchen.
Yeah.
The only
But
diner.
that's a classic, you know?
Yes.
It's where you go when the bars close, because what else do we have anymore?
I mean, Denver Diner was at one end. Tom's Diner, which is now Tom's Starlight, was the Sun Cafe when I was in high school. It's been many things, probably a White Spot or something at some point. But you're right. Maybe Pete's Kitchen is the epitome of the diner, but it's also the epitome of the Colfax.
Yeah.
Diner.
I mean, I think it's one of those institutions that's held on.
One of the last diners in the city proper. The weekends especially are bonkers busy. Even at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
It's 3 a.m. and there'll be like a couple on a date next to you.
Yeah.
Police officers. You're like, what is going on in
It's
here?
it's one of the last places where it doesn't matter your economic status, your race, your gender, whatever. It's like the part of the city that still accepts you no matter where you
It's
come
that last intersection of every kind of humanity.
Yep.
What diners are really beautiful for, Pete's
from. Mm-hmm.
is one of the last places you can do that. But yeah, you're right. As also, after a night out, after shows, after you've really gotten drunk, that's where you go to like get that grease in your system.
Yep. Yep.
So and then our final, the icing on this meme is...
What's that smell?
Because it could be...
Anything.
Anything.
If you have ever walked down Colfax, you know what I'm talking about. Even if it's been early in the morning.
It'll be like puke, burning hair. You're like, what's going on? Why does it smell like someone's getting a perm right now?
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, actually, there used to be an all-night hair salon next to Paul's Liquors called Woona All-Night Hair Salon.
Oh, sounds about right.
And I was like, who was getting their hair done at 3 a.m? But somebody was.
That's smart. I mean, what if they work all day?
Yeah, it's true.
When they gotta get your hair done. It takes a long time to get your hair done.
I mentioned Colfax Taco Bell. Also something I've partaken in way too many times, but also a definite smell.
A smell.
Yep. I'm sure a lot of listeners have been in that drive-through and
what's
know
your
what
favorite,
we're talking about.
Call in with your favorite Colfax smell.
God, please don't.
Okay, this is perfect, actually. I love this meme. So we have made my first time on Colfax starter pack meme, and now we're going to send you off to make us this meme, Ashley.
Awesome. I can't wait to put this out there and see what other people have to say in the comments, because
if it doesn't get enough likes, are we just gonna delete it?
No.
Pretend like it didn't happen.
No.
Oh God, shame delete.
No.
Is that what something your age group does, Olivia? You guys deleters?
Well, I wouldn't know.
Okay, we won't delete it, but we will share it. You can see it through the CityCast Denver and Colfax things, Instagrams. We'll be posting that, and we'd love to hear your thoughts. Maybe we missed something. Maybe there's something crucial to the Colfax starter pack.
I'm sure somebody in the comments will chime in with their opinion.
Well, Olivia, Ashley, thank you so much.
Thank you, Bree.
Thanks
Thank
for
you,
having
Olivia.
us.
This was awesome. And here's what else Denverites are talking about. Tenants' rights. Denverite reports that tenants at Reed Apartments in Lakewood formed a union in the hopes of getting things like hot water, leaks, mold, and pests taken care of. Residents presented a letter with concerns to the property owners, Verco Investment Firm, and the management company, Live Lavender Property Management, last week, and are hoping for a meeting soon. And finally, Vision Zero. Outgoing Mayor Michael Hancock took on Vision Zero in 2016, which included a plan to end traffic deaths in Denver by 2030. But Denver streets are now deadlier than they've been since 2000, according to Denverite. There have been over 2,000 serious injury crashes since the Vision Zero pledge was made in 2016, and 42 traffic deaths this year alone. When reporter and friend of the show Nate Miner asked the mayor why he didn't make bigger changes to our most dangerous roadways, Hancock said the question was, quote, above my pay grade, and deferred to his engineering staff. That's all for today here on CityCast Denver. If you enjoyed this show, why not take a minute to tell your fave guy who hangs out in front of 7-Eleven about us? Rate the show wherever you get your podcasts and subscribe to our morning newsletter, Hey Denver, by texting Denver to 66866. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more news from around the city. See you later. Sorry, someone's shooting bomb sounding fireworks right now. Some of us are trying to make a podcast in here.